Hey, what is up guys, this is Linus and this is a review of a phone that has been made by a company you have probably not heard of. Is it any good? Learn more in the full Morefine Max1 review. As usual, let's start by unboxing and see what's inside. The contents of the packaging include a nice soft TPU case, 2 screen protectors, some instruction manuals, and a charging plug along with a USB cable. I was initially surprised by a premium design and great build quality of the phone that is built by a rather unknown Chinese manufacturer. Morefine Max1 has a metal frame going around the device along with metal buttons, and 5 inches display makes this device compact and manageable with one hand. Speaking of display, it is surprisingly good for a phone that costs just around $120 US. It is bright, vivid, and colors look vibrant. Also, it has excellent viewing angles. Just above the screen there is a bright LED light which has a few different colors, but it is not customizable. As far as front-firing optics, we have a modest 2-megapixel shooter. The chin of the phone is empty since Morefine Max1 has on-screen navigation buttons. The glass back is a ridiculous fingerprint magnet, but at least it helps with the grip. Here we have only 8 megapixels camera with a single LED flash. The buttons, which are very tactile, are located on the left, but I never liked this idea on any phone. It could be just me, but I'm used to pressing keys on the right side and the buttons on the left are just not right. The dual SIM card tray, where one slot also doubles as a microSD card slot, is on the right. As far as the loudspeaker, it is placed on the bottom where you can also find a micro USB charging port. Finally, on the top there is just a headset jack. Overall, the phone feels solid, it is well constructed, and it does not feel cheap at all. As far as UI, we are looking at a nearly stock Android 5.1 build. Day-to-day performance is very smooth even with lots of apps running in the background, and I didn't have a single hiccup. To be honest, there are not too many features to talk about. The only neat addition would be a conveniently placed notification shade button. It is not something new, but it is a cool feature to have. However, there are a few minor bugs that hopefully will be fixed with the future software updates. Firstly, there is no way to see the battery status in percents except for going deep in settings menu. Secondly, the auto brightness of the screen feature dims the display too much for my taste, so I had to turn this feature off. Also, you cannot simply close all the apps that run in the background and you have to close them one by one. Well, these are just minor issues and hopefully they will be fixed soon. The Morefine Max1 is not a powerhouse device as it has a quad-core MTK 6735 chip with the clock speeds of just 1 GHz, 2 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of expandable storage. While daily performance is nice and smooth, playing Asphalt 8 on the highest graphics setting is kind of laggy. However, once you reduce the graphics to medium, playing a game can be actually enjoyable with just a few skipped frames but with no major lag. Lastly, the phone does not have any overheating issues. When it comes to multimedia, the Morefine Max1 has a decent quality sound output via earphones, but if you want to listen to some tunes via the loudspeaker, it will not impress you as any other budget phone. The sound is tinny and it lags depth. You can't expect much from a phone this cheap that has only 8 megapixels camera, right? The daylight images look pretty okay, but the level of details is not that impressive and there could be less noise in some images. The indoor and low light shots are actually not the worst I've seen and many of them are more than usable. However, some of the shots came out blurry and there is quite a low amount of details and lots of noise in each image. As far as 2-megapixel selfie shooter, it is not really impressive, but it will do the trick for social media. Just make sure to take selfies in good lighting.
Hi everyone, this is Linus and this is a video test of the Morefine Max1.
720p video is like on most of similarly priced phones. Although the footage is not terrible, it lacks in details and sharpness. All the connectivity options were great. Call quality is okay and signal reception is excellent. Also, Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth are working fine.
The money's not going through. I put the money in, I'm waiting for the deal to come through, and I'm just waiting here like a fool. I've got a nice phone in my hand. I'm the real man.
The Morefine Max1 has a 2150 mAh battery and it performs surprisingly well for its capacity. I could get over 4 hours of screen on time while mixing heavy and light usage and using various screen brightness settings. So there you have it, the Morefine Max1. The phone that looks great, it is compact and it sports some premium materials in its construction. Also, Morefine Max1 has a decent 720p screen. The user interface is very fast, but it has just a few minor bugs that have to be fixed. The camera is pretty mediocre, but it is capable of producing okay looking images in daylight. The battery life is surprisingly good, and overall, the Morefine Max1 is a decent phone for the price of $120 US despite a few shortcomings. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always, if you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, please check out some other videos and catch me on social media. See you in the next video soon.